What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I thought I'd give you guys my impressions of these three uniforms so far and Thena's buff. So, starting with Heimdall, Heimdall is much stronger. Like, it is zero to hero upgrade as far as his damage. It's absolutely insane how much stronger this character is. I mean, with the buffs that he's got, the 40% attack here, the 35% here, he's got the all defense down. I mean, it's just a godly upgrade. It really is. However, the thing is, judging from how, when I was playing him earlier, I do think that more than likely he's going to be a character that will need that artifact. So that way he can actually get a heal. I think he's going to end up needing the heal against Null and Mephisto, but you can literally just cancel the 4 into the 5. Look at all the hits that thing does. And it's got some power, guys. He's also got paralysis on the second skill, which is really, really nice. Like, when you play him in World Boss, in regular World Boss, he actually can just keep the opponents just stay stationary. Like, he can CC them pretty much most of the time and control everything that they're doing. I mean, that's pretty lit. You can cancel that 4 immediately. Immediately. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. Very, very nice. He does have a guard hit on his third skill, which would be good for Shadowland, but let's be honest, who cares about Shadowland? And then you got the Awaken skill, which looks like Valkyries, right? And I think it's going to be the same as Valkyries. I actually haven't tested this. Let me check this out real quick. So whenever you hit the Awaken skill, yeah, you got to let it play out a little bit. You got to let that triangle show up. Let me try it again. Yeah, you gotta let that triangle show up before you can actually cancel it. So he's gonna play like Valkyrie, so more than likely, Rage. More than likely, Rage is gonna be the optimal way to go. With a damage proc, canceling the 4 and the 5 is actually really, really simple. But his skills look awesome. Like, his damn things look lit. Very, very cool. Wow. Awesome, man. But I think, I mean, as far as like PvP, I'm not sure how well he's going to be in PvP. I think he's mainly going to be just a PvE character more than likely. I mean, having that decreased basic damage to by 40% will be really, really nice. I mean, this isn't a review. This is just my initial thoughts of the character. I mean, I really am happy they gave him the ignore dodge. And this immunity here does refresh, which is going to really help his survivability. However, you're going to be combining the 4 and the 5, the immunity, and the invincibility together. He does have paralysis on the 5. So, like I said earlier, he's got a lot of form of CC between the 5 and the 2. So, I mean, it's going to be a really good uniform for the regular world bosses. It remains to be seen how strong he's actually going to be for Null. That's going to be really interesting to check out. But, I mean, this here, remove all debuff for 10 seconds on a 12-second cooldown. I mean, it could be good. I just wonder how his survivability is going to be, especially without his artifact. I don't know. I think he's going to be, really, in my opinion, I think he's probably going to be like a middle of the road character. Godly. I mean, this is a zero to hero uniform. It's much stronger than what it was before, but I don't think he's going to be blowing anyone's socks off. Then we get into Hela. Hela, unfortunately, guys, I tested her in PvE. Pretty underwhelming. I think she's probably going to need this tier 3 more than likely to really shine, because then she's going to get this all defense down. She is going to have this insane charge rate, the tier 3, the Sherrod tier 3. That's going to give her an insane amount of damage. And I do believe this character is going to be PvP. Her damage just really isn't that good with her regular skills. Like I said, I don't have her tier 3, so I don't really know. But her skills look pretty cool, but let me show you something about her that's really wacky. So she has damage accumulation based on the damage you take on her third skill, and it's a counterattack, and when you hit the third skill, right, that's all that happens. And whenever you're actually doing a counter, let's get these guys to attack us here, right? There's the counter right there. So not a lot really going on there. But the thing is, you're going to want to accumulate damage whenever you're playing her in PvE. Well, here's the thing. You can accumulate maybe a little bit, and you might have a brief moment where you can accumulate a little damage, but then you're going to either want to put the proc on the 4 or the 5. I don't really know yet, but if you hit the 4, iframe, instant iframe, so you're not accumulating any damage at all during that damn thing. So if you hit the 5th skill, instant iframe, right? It comes out of the iframe afterwards, right? It comes out of the iframe afterwards, and you can maybe take damage right at this point. So maybe against Noel Mephisto, it might be really good, but they got her designed in a way where she's really not going to be taking damage, even with her tier 3 iframe. Look at that. That thing is a full iframe. So she's not going to take damage during that either. And this is why I say I think more than likely PvP, because in PvP you got a lot of characters that have ignore iframe. And if she has that artifact, right, that artifact that gives her the null passive, whenever she gets down to, you know, low HP, 5% HP, she won't die for 6-7 seconds, whatever it be. I can't remember off the top of my head. And she's going to be pretty godly, right? During that time, she's actually going to be able to get the kill, and she'll actually get a huge recovery on top of that. If you had the artifact on this girl, she's probably going to be really good in PvP, but her damage is pretty lacking. I'll show you guys that in another video, but I'm actually pretty underwhelmed with her damage, at least in PvE. And a lot of the reasons, because it is difficult to accumulate damage with her. Now, Sif's going to be the shining light, at least I think for PvE characters. Her damage is crazy. She might even become the new ABX meta. She is quite freaking strong, and she's super easy to play. They gave her the damage accumulation on the 3. They have the 4 here, which has the immunity for some survivability. And then she has the 5 that gives her an insane 50% attack buff, along with the all defense down. I can tell, and it has paralysis, which is really nice. And having CC on a character that has accumulation based on how damage you deal is great, because this skill is the skill that you're more than likely going to put the proc on. I need to play with her a little bit more, but it looks that way. And you're just going to CC them while you're attacking them. You're going to control the fight. She is pretty lit. I got to say, man. And you really can't cancel the skills. But I mean, literally 3, 5. And then you put the proc on the 5 and you get that giant heal. This is a 0 to hero uniform big time. I'm telling you guys, it is godly stronger. However, because her awakening skill is like Heimdall's, you're going to probably want to rage to really get the most out of her, because you got to let the skill, if you really want to get the most damage out of her, you want to try to, you know, use that skill and then combine the 5 afterwards, right? Sorry about that, had some technical difficulties. But anyways, you know, you're going to want to combine the awaken skill with the 5 to really get the most damage out of her. So I think more than likely she's probably going to be rage bound. But I mean, it really is a 0 to hero uniform. And if you're just doing like the 3, canceling the 5, a proc's actually going to play really well. I'm going to do individual reviews about each of these characters. But I mean, really, 0 to hero uniform. Like Sif and Heimdall, both amazing like PvE upgrades. They're so much stronger than what they were before. I mean, Sif might even become an ABX meta. She's so strong. Especially with the, I believe is it her uniform effect, I believe, that has the passive. Yeah, the increased basic damage dealt to boss types. That is going to be nuts. It's going to make her a really insane support for ABX. But I think she might even become an ABX meta. We will see. But so far, it looks like Heimdall and Sif going to be really strong PvE units. And Hela is probably more than likely going to be a PvP unit. But she's going to absolutely need that artifact to really shine. So what about Thena? Well, if we scroll over here and take a look at Thena, they did a lot for this character, man. They gave her the increased damage proc on her tier 3 by 100%. They changed her accumulation from 0.6% to 1%. They gave her a giant heal on her fist skill, which is pretty awesome. They also gave her extra chain hit damage from her uniform effect. This was at 10%. Now it's at 15%. So let's take her into World Boss, and I'll show you guys the difference from what she did before. From my last video, she's built exactly the same as what I did before. This is the exact same team. We're going to use Cersei as a support. And these are the same strikers. Now, something to note is we don't have to use the same strikers. We don't need Venom anymore because she already has that heal. And we actually could get rid of one of these ignore dodge strikers because she actually has ignore dodge in her kit. But we're going to go ahead and run with the exact same. We'll just take out Venom just to show you guys she doesn't need a heal. But we're just going to run with the same exact strikers. Remember, I could change one of these ignore dodge strikers to a damage to super villain striker, but I'm just going to show you the difference as it sets right now. And there is a difference, my friends. The last time I did this, it took about 1 minute and 45 seconds to get through the first phase. And I'm pretty sure that some of you can already see that she's already doing more damage. Right, look at this. Now look, I won't even switch my character. You know, we'll take some damage from the toxic meteorites, whatever, right? Now watch this. We got that extra proc on that tier 3. Look at that damage, my friends. Very nice. It's always nice that Thena's fifth skill just keeps on carrying over hits after you hit the skill. Oh, I missed my proc that time. Missed my proc that time. And booyah, right? Now, we would have done this even faster, but she did this about 20 seconds faster. If I wouldn't have missed that proc a second ago, we probably would have done it maybe, what, 25 seconds faster than what she could do before. So she is quite a bit stronger. I'm going to build her up. In fact, I'm thinking about even slapping the CT, the mighty CTP of destruction on that character, because you actually can run around with her and build up that meter to use the proc from the mighty CTP. So I'm actually thinking about queuing that up for Thena. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about it, but she's so much better than what she was before. Her survivability is so much better than what was before. I'll end up doing another separate review about her, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on these characters. So as it stands right now, my predictions are Heimdall, 0 to hero uniform, very good upgrade, but really is going to need that artifact to have the extra survivability against Null and Mephisto. Hela, I think she's going to be probably a good PvP character, not so much in PvE, but probably a good PvP character if you have that artifact for her. Sif's damage is pretty freaking nuts, guys. I'm telling you, she is very, very strong, probably the strongest PvE unit of these three. And Thena, you know, being able to do that first phase of Null, you know, 25 seconds faster than what she could do before is actually a very, very nice upgrade. I mean, over a 5-minute span, she's going to improve her time by over a minute, which is much better than what it was before. And remember, these are just my initial thoughts about these characters, about these uniforms. I mean, this is all subject to change. I've only played with them a short time. I just wanted to give you guys my initial impressions of them. So let me know how you're all feeling about the uniforms and the buffs to Thena. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.